But 11 years later, this is not. It's difficult to get Nigerians to believe because everyone is tired. I'm sure that the families of the girls already believe that their daughter is gone. Some might still have hope. And for things like this, sensitive security issues like this, time is important. As a matter of fact, time is the most important factor here. If a person is abducted, every second counts. It's like having a family member in a hospital, and the doctor says, you guys have to come up with 5 million naira. That's how much the surgery will cost. But he did not give you infinite time. He says, come up with this money in 1 week. Else, you could lose your brother. Now, if the family is unable to pull off that amount in 1 week and the brother dies, even if they raise 20 million after his death, it is not needed anymore. That's medicine after death. So I'm not saying the soldiers should not try, right? But at this point, hope is completely lost. The girls have adjusted to their new reality. And this is another reason why Nigerians would not even believe. We've had successive governments. Those girls were kidnapped, abducted during the tenure of former President Goodluck Jonathan. We've had 2 presidents. Muhammadu Buhari has come, he's gone, figuratively and literally. He's gone out of office and he has gone out of this world. And now another president is here, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And we know that the Nigerian political system does not encourage a continuity culture. That means the projects of good luck, Buhari will very likely not want to consolidate. So when a new government comes in, all those who were very likely, trying to get the Chibok Girls, they say, okay, it's a new dispensation. We're not very good with continuity. So Sam, with all these complaints, what should we do? Thank you for asking. Let your actions speak. I think this is not a time to make this kind of statement in public. If you know you can still get those girls out, go and get the job done. When you get them out, then you can make statements. I give an example. 9/11. September 11, 2001. We're all here. I remember that morning. My uncle called us. CNN. He was crazy about CNN. Said he thinks that there's a terrorist attack in the US. I was pretty young, but I remember that morning. Right? When the planes crashed into those towers. Long story short, days became weeks, and then the media started to piece a few things together. They said it's a terrorist attack. They said Osama bin Laden was behind it, right? We all follow that story, make global headlines. Now, it took America about 10 years. Guess what? All the while they were hunting Osama. Me and you did not hear anything. When Obama made a statement about it, it's when they had killed Osama. So if you're going to get these Chibok girls, talk after you've gotten them. And I also remember that broadcast where Obama came out and addressed his countrymen and, of course, the world, and said very clearly that Osama had been killed, and people celebrated. But if 2 weeks to that operation, Obama came out and said, he don't be, say he don't be, we are still going to get Osama, maybe they wouldn't have. I would have tipped him off. So federal government, security forces, whoever is in charge, we've not given up on those girls. They are still Nigerians. It is an abomination that they are still captive, possibly wives and whatever is happening with them. But get the job done. Don't talk about it anymore. People have waited for too long. Then when they've been rescued, we can now talk. Nigerians will still doubt, say, you're shooting at the girls, but at least that's a better time to make a statement. But for now, well, thanks for reminding us about the Chibok Girls. We go from that to Africa's richest man. He was trending today, Dangote. Importers have dropped petrol prices below the price offered by Dangote Petroleum Refinery. And this sparks a new wave of competition, which is a good thing. It comes amid a call by the president of the Dangote Group, Aliko Dangote himself, for the federal government to ban fuel importation Findings show that some filling stations now sell petrol between 860 naira per litre, while Dangote partners are selling 865 or 875 in Lagos and Ogun states. Is this good? It's amazing. It's beautiful. This is the competition that Nigerians enjoy. What's another example? Telecoms. Remember? It started with MTN. They were the only GSM network in Nigeria. You bought a line, whatever they sold it. You bought recharge card, whatever they sold it. And they had a monopoly of the market in, I think, 2001. All of a sudden, from nowhere, Glow showed up. And SIM cards were so cheaper. The competition was good for the industry, the ecosystem. Of course, people rushed Glow lines because it was cheaper. So, my utmost prayer is that Dangote continues to fight with marketers. May they never settle. Oh, morning devotion in my house tomorrow will be fire. You're like, Sam, what's going on? You say you will not understand. Let anything that will make them sit at a round table, let that thing spoil. They will continue fighting until fuel goes down to whatever it needs to. Now, I'm a Christian, so I have to, end this prayer in a Christian way. So if you're not Christian, just bear with me for this 1 second. In Jesus' name, amen. And the church say, Dangote, don't be. We are praying for you right here in River State. You will never settle with those marketers. There's no need wasting time on this particular subject. This is exactly why people do not like monopoly, because it doesn't favor the end user. So marketers, please, for this one time, play your part. Don't settle. Just be stubborn for no reason, because you can. All right. The chairman of the House of Reps Committee on Women Affairs and Social Development, Kafilat Ogbara, has called on all well-meaning Nigerians to support a bill seeking to create 182 additional legislative seats exclusively for women in Nigeria. Ogbara, who represents Kosofe Federal Constituency, Lagos State, made a call on Tuesday while briefing newsmen in Abuja. According to her, the poor representation of women in elective positions, despite their huge number, does not tell well for a country mouthing inclusive governance. I urge all stakeholders, government officials, civil society organizations, and citizens at large to rally behind this crucial bill. It is time to dismantle the barriers that have historically hindered women participation in politics and governance. The Lagos lawmaker noted that the proposed legislation is not merely a legislative effort, but a courageous effort aimed at building a more inclusive democracy. Together, let us champion this cause and pave the way for a more equitable Nigeria, one that values and amplifies women's voices for inclusive growth and national development, she added. Okay, so what is this about? We know that the women in the legislature are desperately outnumbered. At the Senate, I think we have only 3 women. That is not good at all. 3 or 4, if I'm not mistaken, but I know they're not up to 5. Right? And to give you context, we have 109 senators. So that's why this whole Natasha thing is pissing a lot of people off, because of the very few women we have, you're suspending one of them. Is it right? No. But to solve the problem, I don't believe that a bill proposing 182 extra seats that exclusively for women will solve it. No. We're already trying to cut down the cost of governance. I will not support this bill personally, right? So what do we need to do? If we tell the women to just contest, it will not play out well for them, because that's exactly what's happening now. What we need to do is, out of the available seats we already have, 109 for Senate and I think 365 for House of Reps, some of those seats should be made compulsory for women. Yes. Because in River State, you have rep members in the Senate, you have rep members in the House of Representatives, you have rep members at the State House of Assembly level. Those are 3 layers of legislative representation. Inside those 3, let's bring everything. Oh yeah. Out of all these people here, 1 or 2 must be reserved for women in every state in Nigeria. It's that simple. So men contest for this, that. And we find a way to balance it. At least we'll have more women at the assembly. I think that kind of makes more sense than adding 182. That's 182 convoy, 182 mopole, 182 SUVs, 182. Oh, no, come on. Please. Madam, no vex. This one is not working. And if you do that, there are seats reserved for women. You will not beg women to participate because they know that no man will occupy that spot. If you have 5 that will represent one state, say, okay, 3 for men, 2, women must occupy this. Before you know, you now hear that somebody's auntie say, I've always loved politics, so I just didn't want to show myself. So yeah, go and run. It seems like a better deal than proposing a bill for over 150 extra seats. I would not support it. I even want to reduce those people that are there already. So it's not working for me. All right, it's time for you to be a part of the conversation. 0817-923-0002. I have one more headline, which we'll take shortly. The federal government has reaffirmed its commitment to rescue Chibok Girls. Petroleum price seems to drop thanks to a battle between Dangote and the marketers importing petrol. And a female lawmaker is proposing a bill to reserve over 150 seats for women. 182 precisely. Call me and tell me your thoughts. Please turn off your radio as you call. It is very important. Good afternoon, Sam. Welcome back. I missed you. Wow. I want to say I miss you too. But let me see your name so I know if I miss you. Oh, I missed you, my brother. Yes, indeed. This song you play, Lighthouse Family, reminds me of my days of waiting for university admission when Jam was jamming me. It gave me hope whenever I heard it. I sang the song by heart. Thanks for the song. Erasmus in Rukboko. Thank you, Erasmus. But that's actually Constance Mega. That's her doing. So I will take the credit anyways. Yeah. Because why not? Braid calls from GRA. Hello, Braid. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Thank you very much.
Go ahead.
Let me go to the Chibok Girls. I think the Chibok Girls, I look at this issue that the government is to protect life and property. And if the children up to this moment were not released, then I feel that the government has failed in their quest to save life and property. And how would the parents, the trauma the parents will be going through since 2014, we have gotten successive government after then. I think it's not a good way to go. I'm appealing our government to look at other angles. Let them not look at our security alone. They should look at the Western world, have a cooperation with them, and collaborate with them. Because there was a period when a U.S. Citizen was kidnapped. It couldn't take 24 hours. U.S. gets to the country and immediately the person was immediately released. And if such things, U.S. can come into this country and do such a thing, what stops our security agencies to also collaborate with them as such that this thing can quickly be calmed and the insecurity will be a thing of the past? So I'm appealing to the government to look at the international community, have a collaboration with them so that we'll have a robust security as such that those that have been kidnapped could be released.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And I know there are cases of imposter syndrome, if I'm not... No, Stockholm syndrome, rather. There was a story sometime last year where I think one of the girls said she didn't want to be rescued because she had started a family with one of her abductors and she was completely comfortable. Yeah, that was quite the case. Ezekiel calls from Obimini. Hello, Ezekiel.
Good afternoon, SOC.
Good afternoon.
Welcome back to Hard Path.
Thank you very much.
SOC, are we talking about new Chibok Girls or the old ones?
Yeah, the ones from 2014.
Chibok Girls. I think by now they should have been women.
Okay.
Last time I checked, I heard over the news, was it last year or year before last, that many of them have got, just as you just said, have gotten husbands in that camp. I don't know if I'm correct.
Yeah.
So for me, if you ask me, say that federal government and each security agencies had failed the country. If these gas issues are still rising up till now, how many presidents has ruled this country without releasing those gas? That is their negligence of duty. Now, I want to talk about the woman who seem to move motion for additional whatever. When we are shouting and lamenting or how the politicians, especially the national assemblies or even the state assemblies, are squashing our money without good representatives, because they are elected there for enacting a reasonable law for the society. But the case is the reverse. I don't know if you understand me. Imagine the people that we elected to represent us. They are there for their own thought of, I don't know how I will put it, believing that they can just wake up one morning and give their own suggestion without consulting the constituency they are representing. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. Ezekiel. Chima calls from Rumokuta. Hello, Chima.
Hello, Mr. Marco.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Mr. Alako, in the aspect of the Chibok Girls, my brother, for how long do you think a kidnapper can hold a kidnap? Do you think that you can hold somebody you kidnap for more than 1 month? That is why they resort to killing them. Now, these girls are becoming part of the system. You can you tell me for more than 11 years or 11 years now that these girls cannot come out, I mean, whether they are married or they are not married. Who is holding you? Who is feeding you there? I am not saying that the Chibok thing is a sham, but I'm saying that if it is real, for how long do they want to hold you? And let me keep the aspect of the ones that we are released. They later went back, that they have a family. The ones that have not been released, what happened to them? Can't they just go to market one day and tell Nigeria that we are now enjoying ourselves? Then let me go to the woman that said that they want whatever position for women. Mr. Oraku, women are talking about gender equality. What does it mean? That is why I love your station. So people will say this number for women. That is, it's not evaluation of women. Even when my brother Ian Wike said that every vice chairman should be for women. Me, actually, I wasn't for it. If you say you are not quality, that you have the same quality with men, let us go to the pool and argue it. There's nothing like differentiation. No, nothing like differentiating anybody. Everybody is a human. Everybody is a man. Everybody is a woman. Is that what they meant? Everybody should be treated equally. So there is no special preference should be given to anybody in a level of gender. Otherwise, it's not gender equality again they're talking about. They let us meet about the poor. Let us not forget that Tinubu does not see that he has not come to control prices in the market. Rather, he has allowed for price competition. That's what we are enjoying now. Then we come that this way, we will get it at the end of 200 naira. What me, Chimadika, I said for Rumokuta. Thank you, my name is Chimadika, going for Rumokuta.
Okay, thank you, Chima. And while I understand that you are painting a picture, a hypothetical picture, if you may, the truth is, it's not exactly fair to women. Gender equity relates to the fair treatment of everyone. Politics is not exactly fair. And I'm not saying it should be made any easier, right? I'm just saying that the treatment of women when it comes to politics is not exactly fair. The odds are desperately against them. So I guess this might be a way to encourage participation, right? It's like when you go to a community and they say, oh, these people don't like going to school. There are some things they do just to encourage people to enroll. So that might just be what the suggestion is. Marcus calls from Port Harcourt. Hello, Marcus.
Yes, Chinedu, my brother.
Good evening.
I want to comment on the 156 that women are vying for.
182.
182, right?
Yeah.
did they tell them that the ones that men are occupied, that they kept it for men alone? That they are now looking for the one they will reserve for women alone? I wish that bill will not be given to me to pass. It will die a natural death. From God, the creator of heaven and earth, to me, Mr. Marcos, and others who knows the truth. Leadership seat is not meant for women. They should forget that. Let me talk about Tinubu's regime with military and the campaign to go and bring Chibok Girls. Let them not bring people where resemble our brothers, where they bring from Panya come back. When they for Panya old finish one die, and they can't bring them, can't give us. Campaign time don't reach. Tinubu and his military don't start again. Let them talk something reasonable, please. Thank you.
Okay, Marcus. Well, I get the point you've made. I'm sure that there are better ways to express it. I do not agree that leadership is not for women. So many women have shown capacity in different levels and roles of leadership. There are many examples that you can cite. But the only one that I will give is Stella Adadevo. Pay the ultimate prize. Because of her, you and I do not have Ebola. So those seats should not be reserved for men. And yes, the available seats are for men and women. But like I said, if you have a house of 109 seats and only 3 is occupied by women, when that continues, it's not out of place for you to think that the seats are reserved for men, because culture and tradition is not in their favor. Again, I'm not speaking for or against, but I'm stating why the bill might just make sense. I'm just not for additional seats. They should do something with the existing ones. Bob calls from Mbiama. Hello, Bob.
Hello, Chinedu.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Go ahead.
Nigeria will not seem to surprise me. How can they talk of bringing back rescuing girls that have been kidnapped some years ago, have been converted through what is called mind bending to crime as a suicide bomber or whatever? They had of kidnappers for these years. They have been trained. Some of them have gotten children. Let them Nigeria just tell us they want to go and pay bride price or go and settle some people like settle footballers and come and give them inheritance. So that means insurgency will not finish. How many weeks does it take government to silence Tubaba through drone? You want to go and rescue people. You are going to rescue Chibok Girls and their husband and their children. Then the insurgency will continue. The people will be brought back into the society. A guy was complaining that Nigerian army has been compromised, was mentioning them as a general, the guy wanted. How the man was supporting bandits, giving them arms. Nigerian children are done on daily basis. They want to go and bring more. How can Nigerian army headquarters be invaded? Helicopter bombed, the vehicle bombed. And you want to go and bring more people in the name of rescue Tinubu. It's up to a game. It's up to a game again now. If you can't get it like 2027, Tinubu, I'm annoyed. I'm angry. Sorry. No Chibok gets anywhere. They want to go and bring some people again to be part of the society, to make the life of the people in the north or whatever more miserable. They want to use our money. They go and bring problem again. Like the way they deported, they brought the Boko Haram. I remember when Buhari was on, he said, visa on arrival. Visa on arrival. That is, they have to call him. He will say, okay, let us enter.
Okay, thank you very much. JJ calls from Rumi Ibo. Hello, JJ.
Yes, so Sam, I greet you this wonderful afternoon.
I greet you too.
Yes, you said how many seats do they want to create for women right now?
182.
And you said one of the obstacles is culture and tradition, right?
Yes.
Do we now also make laws to cancel those culture and tradition that will now make them come out? What gives you the impression that if only 4 women are in the Senate right now, that there will be more than 4 even when this law is created? Or they will just put it and say, look, nobody must contest this one, it must be for women. Or what do I know at the end of the day?
Yes, now that's the plan. That's the plan, to be reserved for women, so men will not get those spots.
We joke too much. those 4 women that are there right now, is there any special law guiding them or protecting them that they are even 3 now because one has been suspended? Now, Sam, let me ask you, the one that has been suspended out of the remaining 3, how many of them have come to condemn the suspension? Sam, I beg, if we see Garimo, we just drink. Then on the Chibok Girls matter, I don't know. But I heard somebody saying that you cannot keep a kidnapped victim for more than 1 month or something. I think they need to go to Colombia. I think it's what they call the reaffirms rebel or something that kidnapped some people for 25 years. It was when they decided to down to that they do a swap or something. Sam, you can go and verify that. 25 years, from 30 years, they kidnapped those people and kept in their region. That said, Dangote versus marketers. They are now saying that the one they are importing is cheaper. I think this is exactly what I want. Marketers can even come together and say, look, let us build our own refinery and challenge this Dangote. And by the time we begin to have this type of revelation, because don't forget what Dangote said about imported fuel. He said people are going to Russia to buy discounted fuel that may not be too healthy for us. So the marketers is not about telling us that Dangote own is more expensive, but they should also debunk that it's not discounted fuel from Russia that is less cheaper and more toxic to our cars. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
What do I know at the end of the day? Question, please.
I just want them to keep fighting. That's what I need. It's very important for me. But thank you very much, JJ.
Thank you.
Okay. And to the final headline. A Nollywood actor. Hold on. I'm looking for that. Yeah, here it is. Don Richard has made a heartbreaking public appeal for financial support as he battles kidney disease. In an interview, Richard revealed how the illness has devastated not only his health but also his finances and personal life. If you just said out loud or you thought Nollywood again, you're exactly right. That's a reaction that should follow these kinds of headlines. Now, we are all people. Anybody can battle health challenges. It's not exclusive to Nollywood, but that industry has seen quite a lot. There have been too many losses because of some terminal. And it raises questions about health insurance. It doesn't make sense that Nollywood as a unit, a body, a whatever, does not have an insurance coverage where actors, practitioners, people in that industry can get the kind of care that they desperately need. I don't want to talk about the kind of sickness that they have, right? Some people say, no, it's spiritual, it's this one. No, I'm not going there. But if Nollywood is not having conversations around health insurance at this time, then I don't know what they're doing. Because too many people have been lost to these kinds of problems. And too many times there have been these kinds of appeals. The person was managing it with their family. After a while, we now see a video. Somebody goes and says, oh, our legend is dying. He has this one. Nigerians, where many Nigerians, please? And the debate rages. Oh, all the money he made while he was an actor for how many years? What did he do with it? Why is he begging us? Some will now say, no, it's not like that. And it goes on and on and on. And the person eventually dies. Even the ones that their state government still come to support. They say, okay, this senator has paid the hospital bill, or this governor has done this. Then 3 weeks later, the person still dies. I will continue to say it. Whenever this health insurance conversation comes up, I'll use myself as an example. Right here in Nigeria Info, as a member of staff, 2019, I had a surgery. I did not even know that my insurance plan would cover it. I just went to the hospital, took my HMO. They said, drop this code, do this, do that. Of course, my wife and I were willing to pay the money. It's not as if we had too much money, but I did not think about it. And the doctor told me, Sam, don't worry. You have coverage. I'm like, really? Because I'd always talked about, health insurance, but I didn't. And I was like, wow. And truly, it covered the surgery. And here I am years later speaking English. get they are expensive, but it's important to know that at least there is something. So, this message goes beyond Nollywood. If you're a businessman, you work in an organization, private or public sector, please consider health insurance. You people should come together, find a package. Now there are lots of companies that offer this plan. There are lots of HMOs now. Look for one, right? Secondly or thirdly, I don't know how many points I've made. Now we know that these actors are not earning as much as we think they are. Because fame does not equate fortune. Thanks to social media and anything, anybody can be famous. You can see the face on many screens, but when push comes to shove, sometimes there are problems that really show that we are not as financially capable as people think we are. But most importantly, let us make healthy choices. Whether it's liver problem, kidney problem, please mind what you eat, what you do, just so that you're here for a little longer. It's very important. Thanks for listening to my TED Talk. I'll take calls shortly, but let me do justice to messages. Now, the headlines we've taken so far. Federal government affirms commitment to rescue Chibok Girls. Petrol price drops thanks to importers and Dangote's boxing it out. Female lawmakers are pushing a bill to reserve over 150 legislative seats for women, specifically 182. And Nollywood actor is soliciting financial help for a kidney problem. Okay. Let's see. Nigeria is in shambles. I don't know how and why we are the way we are. Reaffirming commitment to bringing back Chibok Girls doesn't make any sense to me. There's nothing like Chibok Girls abduction. For many years now, the police, army, air force, and even navy cannot do anything. They've started again. Joko Chinedu Augustine says, God save us. Good afternoon, Mr. Sam. I want to ask, why reserve or designate seat for women? Why can't everyone just contest? Anyone that wins occupies the seat. Please don't answer saying that we know how Nigeria is or operates. Okay. Well, I will not. The way Amana Nigeria security agencies release sensitive information shows that we have a long way to go in the country. How can military dish out such information about Chibok Girls at a time they are battling sabotage among themselves? God help us, Ned Aguma says. Good afternoon, Sam. The federal government should be ashamed for once. Are they not ashamed of mentioning Chibok Girls? Too bad that at this scientific time, we're still grappling with kidnapping. They should hide their faces in shame. Or they may go Sonny Didier from Omerlu. Sonny, kidnapping happens in every part of the world, even the most sophisticated. Yes, I know it might be a lesser problem in others, but let's not pretend to be too sophisticated that we do not have real-world problems. There's no society, no matter how advanced, that do not have kidnappings. Again, it might be a lesser problem, but please, it is still a human problem. And Omar says, good to have you back. Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you, Omar. So my take on Chibok Girls saga is that someone is broke and wants to shake bottle to make money again. Oh, my goodness. Because I think those girls are now part of the system, or better still, the matter is stale and we Nigerians have moved on. Erasmus in Rupako. Erasmus, it's a security issue. They are Nigerians. They still deserve attention. I'm just not happy that our government has taken too long. Good day. My say on the FG and Chibok Girls, not girls again. The truth of the matter is an avenue of making money has come up again. They want to use the Chibok stuff to make pockets grow fat. We know our country. David says, oh my, have we lost so much faith in our system? This has to be reduced to a money-making venture. I thought they said anything a man can do, women can do better. Let the women contest the elective legislative offices and do better than the men and not allocate 182 offices for them. Emmanuel Daniel says, okay, Emmanuel. I find myself more comfortable supporting older, experienced women, mature mothers in their 50s or 60s who have demonstrated wisdom and emotional intelligence and who can clearly distinguish between harmless advances and true cases of sexual harassment. Okay, I'm hoping this is going somewhere. Unfortunately, the actions of women like Natasha highlight the potential dangers when individuals without that level of maturity or credibility are given such powerful platforms. Okay, I see where you're going. Using tools like blackmail, gender-based manipulation, and false allegations not only creates division, but also undermines the genuine struggle for gender equality. Such behavior doesn't just hurt men, it betrays fellow women, especially those who are working hard with honesty and vision. If we must grow as a nation, then we must look beyond gender and focus on character, accountability, and truth. Medic from Transamadi. I mean, I agree. But the truth is we need more women in different levels of governance. And it's shameful because in many parts of the world, there are people who are in their 20s in legislative houses. I think there's a lady in Canada who is of Nigerian descent, but now she's nationalized in Canada, and she's a rep member. The women in our Senate are average age 50, 40s. So yes, we need more women. We need more young women. We need everyone we can get. Well, that's it. 4 o'clock is upon us. It's time for the business news. Stay with us.
It's 4 o'clock.